Well, hello everyone. Hi there. Let's pull up the chat, see who all's here. I've been watching the chat, so I do know there's a lot of you here waiting. Hi Rachel. Hi Bunny. David Hale. Deke. Um, Gosh, there's a bunch of people here. Michael. Hello. Um, Trying to scroll back up. Gail Palmer. Hello there. Hi Pamela. Let's see. My glasses look foggy. Hold on. Hi Holly. Ooh. What happened to my glasses? They got foggy. That was weird. Anyway. Hi, Tina. Oof. Gotta make sure my hair is perfect. You know me. Anyway. Hi there, Just Jim. How are you? So I have someone backstage that you guys have never met. You've heard me mention her many times on my paranormal channel. Her and Heather kind of grew up together, and her and Gary used to date, and they are the parents of Kylie. My son Gary and this woman you're about to meet is Kylie's parents, my granddaughter Kylie. This is her mother. We've always, been great friends, and she's always been my favorite girlfriend of his, and she's a great person, and she doesn't live too far from me, and we see each other when we can. But she started her own business, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But we're also going to talk a little bit about some of these stories that I've told you guys on the Paranormal channel so many times about things that she has seen in that house in Seminole that I've told you guys how haunted that house was. She's seen so much. She's seen just as much as Heather and Gary. But so she's got some pretty amazing stories to tell you guys about what all she's seen there. Heather may join us if she can tonight. She's going to try her best. Hey there, Kristen. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce her to you. This is Kristen, guys. The name of her business is Bella's. Let me put the banner up so you guys can go follow her. That's her Facebook page, and she's got some amazing stuff. But here's Kristen. Hi. I see the kitty cat back. I see your kitty cat back there too.
Yeah, that's Chloe. She's always up in the business when something's going on. All up in it.
Yeah. So this is my granddaughter Kylie's mother, and a lot of you know who Kylie is from my channel for the last 9 years. You've watched her grow up to a beautiful woman, a beautiful woman that's engaged now and everything. So yeah. Hi, I know, isn't it though? Hi, Mike Pratt. How we're doing good. Hi, Wee Writer. Hi, Jim. Just Jim. So Kristen is going to be talking to us about her new business and then telling some ghost stories. But first of all, I'm going to let her talk about her new business because the ghost story thing, it may take a while. And so do you want to tell them about what you're doing, your new business?
Basically, I make homemade items. I make keychains, I make shirts, I make like little makeup bags. I've got one of my keychains right here that I made. I don't know, right there. But I make all kinds of different things. Tote bags. I'm going to be doing like luggage tags. Door hangers. I have some crocheted like baby booties. All kinds of stuff. Stickers. I do people's logos. My husband is a streamer on Whatnot. So a lot of his fellow streamers on there come to me, and I will either design their sticker or they already have something in mind. So I just kind of help them put it together.
That's awesome.
I just kind of do a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm not doing right now is, which I have the stuff to do, is like the resin crafts. Only because I don't have the space, and I have 3 cats that shed everywhere. So
okay, yeah,
you can't really mess with the resin with animals around.
That's true.
But yeah, my stuff, I use what's called like vinyl stickers.
Mm-hmm.
My machine cuts it out. I design it I use a couple different programs when I'm designing things.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's really about it in a nutshell.
Okay. Okay. Well, cool. And where can they? Well, actually, I've got your page here,
Yep.
Bella Vida.
I have a Facebook, Bella Vida Creations. I also have an Instagram. It's Bella underscore Vida underscore Creations.
Okay, I probably should
Um,
change this.
and
Hold
that's
on.
Vida with a D, not a T.
Okay.
A lot of people will get that mixed up.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
um, if you're anybody ever is on Whatnot, it's a streaming app for people that sell stuff. I'm on there too, as well as Bella Vita Creations.
Nice. Okay, I'll put all those links in the description. I do have the Facebook link in the
Mhm.
description right
The
now.
Whatnot one, you have to sign up to Whatnot. It doesn't cost anything to sign up or anything, but
Oh,
you do have to
okay.
sign up in order to be able to see the stuff on there. But
Okay.
Facebook, you message me, I can normally get right back to you. If not within like the hour or so, normally.
Okay. And
So
how does one order something from you? Do you just
they just shoot me a message, and then
okay.
we will discuss what they're looking for, what they want. I'll discuss the pricing because there's no like set pricing because
Okay.
every item is going to be different.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, and it's just really going to depend on what they're wanting. I
Okay.
do like makeup bags. Um, I made my best friend's daughter. She's not old enough yet for it, but I made her a little apron that says
Mhm.
sous chef in the making, and it has her name on it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I do, like I said, shirts.
Mhm.
I made her a little, those peeps, those little stuffy peeps.
Mhm.
I have one for her, and I'm gonna put her name on it.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Okay. That's
it's
so
fun.
cool.
I like doing it.
Mhm.
It's fun. It kind of gets my mind
Yep.
away from other stuff,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
know what you're saying. That's
And
how I feel when I do my stuff, like the stuff that I make, so
yeah,
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
and I like seeing people happy. Like the feedback that I get, like it just makes me happy to know that I've made other people happy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah.
it's fun.
Well, awesome. Well, that's. Oh gosh, I just got so hot all of a sudden. I have a fan for it. I have hot flashes once in a while, so excuse me, y'all.
Oh, I have them
Do you?
all night long. It's insane.
So, so that's so cool, though. I'm all about supporting women in business, women starting their own business. We have to support each other. Can't
Right,
knock each
right.
other down. We got to support each other. That's what it's all
Absolutely.
about. You
Yeah.
know, there's so many people out there that just want to knock you down, for everything you
Mhm.
do. And
And there's a lot of people out there that, if they're doing the same thing or if they're
Mhm.
doing something similar,
Yep.
um, they feel like intimidated for
I
whatever reason,
know.
and
Yes.
they don't want to share
I
or,
know.
stuff like that, which is really sad, but
Yep.
it is what it is.
It is very sad. Trust me, I know. I see it all the time in what I do with the paranormal. I see it in there. I've been seeing it from day one, and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
People
Oh,
are just so
I've only had
jealous.
my business page up maybe, 3 months. And within the I want to say first week or two, I had already had somebody report me. And
Wow,
like, what are you
really?
reporting me on? Something that I made?
Oh my God,
Like,
that's awful.
don't make sense, but it happens.
Wow, yeah, that's awful. I'm so sorry to hear that.
It didn't
What a
hurt my bakery.
shame. Hmm. What a shame, God. Yeah, there's just some crazy people out there. Like for instance, when I was at the market, when I opened up that little shop there, I'm not there anymore for a lot of reasons. But when I opened up my shop, you should have seen all the people that come in there just to sniff around and give me the evil eye. And oh, I have a shop similar to this right up there. I've been here they got to let me know they've been there longer. I've been here
Mhm.
for my prices are a little bit cheaper than yours. I said, okay, well, good for you. I mean, I got to the point where I started getting really nasty with some of these people because I felt
Mhm.
like they got a lot of nerve to come in my shop and try to
Right.
knock me down.
Well, and
You know,
I've also learned that, when you take orders and when you're taking orders from people on what they want, you unless you really know them, you
hmm
really should put some sort of deposit down.
yeah, that's very
Uh,
true. Very true.
Especially if you're designing something yourself.
hmm
Because, I had a situation where somebody wanted me to design them a logo. Well, I had made them several logos to choose from, and every single one, he wanted something different, something
hmm
changed, and I was okay with that because I
hmm
want my customers to be happy.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
they ended up not buying the stickers,
Oh no.
and then they ended up using the picture as their logo on their
Mm.
picture that I made, as their picture.
What
So
a POS.
yeah, and but it
Yeah.
got around. It got around, and it changed. The picture changed.
Okay, that's good.
So,
Wow. People
you
are
just
just
gotta
so
kind of be
ballsy.
careful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you do.
you know, they're gonna and now I watermark a lot of my images,
hmm
sending
That's
back and
good.
forth. I'll watermark them
hmm
first, you
hmm
know, and I'll try to do it faintly, so they get the, full idea of what
Yeah.
they're trying to look like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna steal my shit.
That's right. Exactly. But that's bullshit. So what would you? Yeah, to definitely like take a half down deposit or something. Especially if it's a large
If it's
order.
big order, yeah, I
And tell them
definitely.
it's non-refundable.
Right.
If you cancel, it's non-refundable. If I've already made this stuff, I can't. I'm not giving you money. Let them know. Maybe draw up some type of thing that you can send out. And have them sign and send it back or something. Because people do suck sometimes,
Mhm.
Jim. You're so right about that. I've encountered a lot of suck ass people in my life.
Yeah, I made a batch for this girl. Made
hmm
her 60 stickers, I think it was, or 30 stickers. I can't remember.
hmm
Um, and I haven't even heard from. She didn't leave a review. She didn't say thank you. She
mm
didn't like absolutely nothing. So you get the ungrateful ones out there too.
You do, yeah. Well,
So
I'm hoping to help change that for you because I've known you since you were a kid. You were what, 15 when I met you? 14,
yeah,
15? A long time. And, now you're in your what, late 30s?
yeah.
We won't talk about that. But anyway, yeah, we're giving away both of our ages. But, yeah, so, you know, I just want to help you out, like I
I
tell
appreciate
help
it. Thank you.
you
I
out.
mean, like I told you, I already think five new people have already, followed me. So I really appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. Now, I like the fact that she's talking now about making some ghost hunting keychains. I think
Hmm.
that'd be cool. So, if you guys have
I'm
any
gonna do
ideas for
keychains. I'm
her,
gonna do some stickers.
okay.
Um, so yeah, if anybody has any certain,
hmm
um, keychain made, if they have their own little saying that
hmm
they came up with, or if they've seen something that they want, just message me,
Uh,
and I'll go step by step through it with you. You won't. I won't
hmm
let you feeling like you're left out of the process.
hmm
Anytime I change something, or you want something changed, you get a new picture of what it's going to look like. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
or if I see something that I think might look better, I'll send that picture and say, give you the option.
Okay. That sounds perfect. Yeah. Now, do you have a lot of these different things on your Facebook now, or on your Instagram page now?
Most of the stuff is on my I don't know if it's sharing to both Instagram. Most of my stuff's on my Facebook. Facebook
Okay.
is the easiest way to contact me,
Yeah. Okay.
and view my stuff, because I'm on Facebook more than I am on Instagram.
hmm
So,
Okay.
but I do have some stuff on Instagram.
Okay. So, like us paranormal investigators, if we were going to go to like an event or a haunted place and we wanted to get a batch of like some keychains to give out to or sell even,
Hmm.
probably more like to sell because you said your keychains are only like $5 a piece, right?
Yeah,
Okay. That's not bad
yeah.
because just saying, as a business person, if we were to go to an event, we could sell them for $10 a piece.
Mhm.
Easy. at an event
Yeah.
because people would pay it. They're nice keychains. I've seen the key.
And that's not another thing. Like, I'm not doing this for my income, you know?
Yeah,
So, I mean, I'm not trying to get rich off of this.
right.
I'm not trying to, highway rob somebody,
I
by
know.
charging,
Yeah,
$20 for a keychain,
yeah, exactly.
So I just do, basically what it's gonna cost me, you know,
Yeah, yep,
and a little bit of time, but it's basically just covers my materials. So I just
yeah.
I like to do it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think it's great. I see Amanda there. Oh, hi, Amanda. I was wondering, you're on the Facebook side. Okay. I was wondering why you didn't have your wrench, but you're over on Facebook. Okay. Well, that's good, and that says a lot about you. That you're not in this to get rich, like she said. She's just in this because it's something she enjoys doing.
I've always
It's
been a
like a
crafty
hobby.
person, you
You
know.
have you and
I
Heather
still do
both.
scrapbooks.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing that when I was pregnant with Kylie.
I know. I
Started
remember.
making scrapbooks,
Yep.
so it's just always been, when the kids were little,
Mm-hmm.
I would try and do a lot of like my own
Mm-hmm.
decorations.
Right.
I think Presley's second birthday, I made most of her decorations.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you are very creative, that's for sure. So everyone that's just joining, this is Kristen. This is my granddaughter Kylie's mother. And next, well, so we talked about her business, and I am going to put all her links in the description. I do right now. I do have her Facebook link in there. She does have Instagram as well. I'm going to put that in there. But us paranormal investigators, as a paranormal investigator, I'm probably going to order some ghost hunting keychains. That way, when I do, I am going to be going to somewhere this year,
okay,
so that way I can take them with me.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll get with you about that. But yeah, it is. It's like a hobby, but it's extra money too at the same time. I mean, you're probably not getting rich off of it. You're making a little
No,
bit of money,
I
but
mean, a little bit, but I'm definitely
yeah,
not trying to get
yeah,
rich out of it.
yeah,
I just like to make people happy, and
yeah, yeah.
my mother-in-law, she buys them, and I like, as soon as
Oh,
I make them, I like to take them over because she's like all excited about it.
oh, that's so sweet. Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, so next, what we're going to talk about is she witnessed a lot when we lived in the house in Seminole. She lived there with me when she was 15 years old and pregnant with Kyle, 16, whatever. She was young. I'm
yeah, I moved in
going to say
at
that.
15.
Okay, 15. And, this is Gary's first love. And they lived there with me. And during the time, I'll never forget the night you were pregnant with Kylie, and you came running down the hall screaming, and you jumped in the bed with me and Mike. Remember that? And you jumped right in the middle and buried yourself like a cocoon in between us. And I'm like, what is it? What is it? What is it? What? I didn't know. What? I thought somebody broke in the house.
I,
Tell
I
them.
mean, technically, there
Tell,
was.
I know. Tell them what you saw that night. I'll never forget
Uh,
that.
okay, so I was in our house at the time. We had like you walk in our house, and we had like a living room, and then to the right was a hallway with with 3 bedrooms, and then you keep going straight out of the living room. You went into like what was another living room, and to the kitchen was on the left hand side. So I was in the second living room, which was really our main area that we all
Mhm.
hung out in. And I was on the computer. And this was late at night. I don't even know what time it was. I was either on MySpace or I was playing The Sims. I don't even remember. But I was pregnant. I was big pregnant. I was probably
Mhm.
6, 7 months pregnant. And I just like had this feeling like just to like, you know, look behind me. And when I did, coming from the hallway, going out the door, I saw the bottom half, not nothing above, but just the bottom half of an Indian. Like their Indian pants, they're and I'm talking native Indians, they're the whatever things that they had on their feet. And when they
Moccasins.
would do like sun dances, how they would
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
step certain ways.
Yes, yes.
That's how he went out the door, like as if he was like in a Sundance movement, and he just
Wow.
went right out the door. Scared the crap out of me.
Hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck did I just see?
I know. I
And
know.
where did this Indian come from?
Right, right.
And at that time, I don't even think I realized that, we were on Indian grounds,
Hmm.
you know,
Yep.
but it scared the crap out of me. Like I
Hmm.
saw it clear as day, like if it was nothing. I just don't understand why I didn't see the top half.
Right.
Maybe I'm kind of glad I didn't, you know.
Yeah, maybe you wasn't supposed to see the top half. I don't know.
I don't know, but it was so real. It was so real.
Yeah, and we've talked about it quite a bit over the years, and she can still picture it in her head. She can still see it.
Yeah, it's just I can see it. Like I can see it like going right now, like as if it was just
Mhm.
happening right in front of my face.
I will never forget that you coming in there like that and
Yeah,
freaking out in the room like that, and you jumped in the bed and scared me half to death. I didn't know what had just happened, and that's when she told us what she had saw.
yeah.
We sat up for the longest time because I believed her. I'm one of those. What'd you see? Oh, where? I want to see it too. So I'm up there. I'm sitting there with her. And we're posted up, waiting to see this again. She's terrified and clinging to me like this. And I was like, Kirsten, it's okay. It's not going to hurt you. but
Listen, you, your famous last words. A lot of shit happened in that house after that.
A lot of shit did, yes. Now, a couple years or so after this happened, JT saw it too,
Hmm.
which was crazy. Remember that?
Yep,
He saw it too, and I wish he was here to tell the story, but he actually saw it too. But he saw the whole Indian.
yep.
He saw the whole one, and he was doing that same thing,
You
going
were at the
right through the.
Krabby Bills.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, were you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
because JT, I believe he was sitting in the front yard with a baseball bat because
He
he was afraid
was.
to go back in the house.
Yep, he
If I
was.
remember correctly, I could be wrong,
No,
but
you're right.
he said it was standing outside the screen or the sliding glass door.
Yep. And he said it looked right at him.
Hmm.
He was terrified. And JT there's not much that scares JT.
Yeah.
And for him to be so terrified like he was, we knew that he saw it, that
Hmm.
he saw something that scared the shit out of him because he's literally, begging us to come home now. You got to
Yeah.
come home. I'm not going back in that damn house. I'm sitting up front with a baseball bat,
Yep.
because he thought it was a real person dressed up like that. But he also at the same time saw it move through the door like you did.
Right. Right.
So he's like, okay, if that was a real person, how could it have walked through the door? He was just, sitting
And
there.
knowing JT, he would have been like,
Yeah,
he would have went after that
yeah.
person if
If it
somebody
had
was
been,
trying to
yeah.
intrude.
So he knew it was. He knew in his mind that that's something I can't explain. That's paranormal, and I've got to wait till they all get here because I'm not going back in there by myself. So he literally sat outside and was like terrified to go back in that house. He walked in behind us. I walked in. Now, what's really strange, and I got to throw this out there because I forgot to the other night on my podcast. But what's really strange is I never really had, me personally, I've never really had too many experiences in that house. I never really seen much. I never really heard much. Everybody was coming to me telling me about all these things they would see and they would hear, but it wouldn't happen to me. And I kept wishing it would, like, why can't I see this? You know, um, Mike once in a while would see and hear it, but Mike didn't really either. It
Yeah.
was more like you kids would see it. You,
Hmm.
Heather,
Well,
Gary, other people.
and the thing is, ever since I was a little girl, like I've always things have just always happened, weird things around me, and I've always I've felt things.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I remember at McRae's one time we were sitting at the picnic table, and I jumped
Oh,
up because I
yes.
swear to God, there was a big, heavy man with gray hair standing behind me.
I remember you telling
You
me
know,
about that.
I
Yep.
was like, "What the? Who the?" Because I'm like, "Who's behind me? Who's?"
Yeah.
And you're like, nobody's behind you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and if
Yeah.
I just felt this big man, like a Colonel Sanders type guy.
Huh.
It was like,
Wow.
so I've just always have felt I've felt things, and it's
Yeah.
always like followed me,
Hmm.
um I can actually say the house that I'm in now.
Don't have any experiences there. Okay.
No, and it's kind of crappy because it's kind of boring. I mean, I kinda
You
enjoy it.
want something to happen, don't you?
I mean, kinda. I
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
if it's
It is
fun
interesting,
stuff.
isn't it? Oh my God. Now after your father passed away, didn't you get a visit from your father? Didn't something happen? It seems like I remember you telling me something, or do you not want to talk about that?
No, 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 I
Okay.
will. I actually, before we got on here, I actually, downloaded the pics back onto my phone so I could show you guys.
Oh, okay.
Um, okay, so my dad passed away in a car accident in 2008. Um, he wasn't really around when I was growing up, but as an adult, we got really, really close. And I took it hard, obviously,
I
I
remember.
had a lot of guilt because there was a lot of stuff that happened between him and my ex-husband.
Hmm.
Um, but I've always talked to him, always, and I still do. I talk to him.
Hmm.
So my ex-husband had once again taken me and my kids and moved us away. Um, this time he had taken us to Louisiana, and we had this house, and it was an old, old, old house. Like, from what I understood, it was back from like the Civil War days. It was one of those really old houses.
Hmm.
And I could tell it was old because it still had one of those tubs with like the feet on it, you
Hmm.
know. And like a lot of like the kitchen was like all wood, so I could tell it was an old house. So I was sitting there. My daughter was probably maybe 3, 4 maybe, and I had a screened-in porch, and it was storming, and I love to watch thunderstorms.
I do
It's
too.
something that me and my grandmother used to do as when I was a little girl. We sit on the porch and watch them, and, to this day, I like to do that if I have a porch. So on this porch that we had, I had a love seat on sitting, like as if I was sitting right now on a love seat. And right to my right, we had a um, swinging seat, like a bench seat, a swing.
Hmm.
So Presley was playing with it. She was pushing it back and forth, you know. And I had been talking to my dad all day. I had been depressed. I wanted to come back home. Um, my marriage with him.
I know, it was horrible.
It was horrible.
He treated her horribly, and
Yeah.
it
Uh,
just was horrible.
So I had been talking to him. Well, I was taking pictures of Presley playing on the swing, and I had one of those. It was a Moto something, but when the camera was up, you could just touch the phone, and it would snap the picture. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
so I was sitting there like this, watching Presley. Well, all of a sudden I see this like white ball of light come from the bottom of like my feet, and it startled me. And so I like when I did it, I forgot to save this picture, but when I did it, I hit the button and it took a picture. And that ball of light that I saw, it had come up by my phone, and then I didn't see it, but in the picture it's in the top corner above Presley. Okay,
Hmm.
so I was like, whoa, okay, dad, is
Hmm.
this you?
Yeah.
Are you with me? Because if you are, I really need to know that you are. Like, just
Hmm.
please tell me. I need to know that you're around.
Right.
You know, um, survivor's guilt. I the way he died was unfair. You know,
Mhm.
I still deal with it
Mhm.
on a daily. But I was like, show me again, show me another sign. If this was you, show me another sign. Nothing had happened. So, you know, I went all about my business throughout the night, ended up going to sleep, get up the next day. Um, Now our bedroom, our master bedroom was really big. It was like just one great big box, you know, just huge.
Mhm.
And we had our bed set up against the wall that was like the where our bed was on the other side of the wall was
Mhm.
where our truck sat. Okay. So our truck sat right outside our bedroom.
Mhm.
So I was doing something at my desk in the bedroom. Danny was laying in bed watching TV or something. And we had a door that opened up to outside. So his father comes in the door and he says, "Hey, there's a tree branch in your window and when in your windshield." And we're like, "What?" You know, like, what are you talking? How much you been drinking, old man? You know?
And he was a drinker.
Exactly. Like, what the hell? You know? So we get up and we walk outside, and sure enough, there's a fucking tree branch in my windshield of my.
Jeez.
So we're like sitting there going, "What's this? What's going on?" And
Mhm.
I'm looking for the best picture right now to show you, right? So this, oops, no. Okay. So this to show you how big the tree branch was. Okay.
Oh wow. Yeah, I remember seeing that picture. Isn't that crazy, guys? Look at that shit.
Okay. So, and you
Wow.
see where my house is.
Mhm.
Okay. You see, it's hard for me. This is the tree branch right here.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you see this right here, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're looking around and we're like, there's no tree and there's no tree near my truck
Mhm.
to where this branch could just fall out of my and hit my truck. I mean, there
Right.
was a tree over, but
Right.
this was something like something had been like thrown into the
Mhm.
truck.
Mhm.
So
And you never heard a single thing.
we never heard a single fucking
That is
thing.
fucking crazy.
Nothing.
Wow.
So I'm like, I'm going to go get our fucking neighbor because somebody's done playing a bad fucking joke on us. Like,
Mhm.
welcome to the neighborhood, people. Like,
Mhm.
so I went and go with my neighbor. And she comes over, and to this day, I'm still friends with her. And we've talked about this. She remembers it.
Okay.
She came over, and she had her mom with her, and they're looking, and I'm like, has anything like this ever happened before? Is there punk kids that live around here? Like, I've only not even been here a week, and I have a tree branch through my windshield. And they were just like flabbergasted.
Mhm.
They didn't know what to say. They're like, how is this possible? Like, where did this come from? There's no wind, there's no storm, there's no rain. It's a sunny fucking day in Louisiana, you know?
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm like, holy crap. I'm still trying to figure out it. So we're looking and we're looking in our truck, and this is really hard to see. Hold on, but you can kind of see the tree branch coming in
Mhm. Oh yeah. Yeah.
right here.
Yep. Oh yeah. But that's from the inside of the car, isn't it?
That's from the inside the
Okay.
car. So
Gotcha.
the tree branch came in at an angle. If you noticed from the other picture.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
So this right here was next to where the tree branch hit.
Okay.
Well, when you hi babe, when you know when you break glass, you can
Uh-huh.
tell which way the glass breaks.
Okay.
So if I was to say, if I'm sitting in my living room right now and I kick my window, the glass is going to go outward because I kicked my window out. If I was the right.
That was sent to my dad.
Really? Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. Marcus just showed me something that I wanted to read real quick. But
Oh,
I'll address that later. Okay.
but you can see which, you can tell how glass breaks by which way the
Mm,
glass goes.
right.
If
Right.
I'm pushing out on my glass, it's going to go outward. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking inside my truck and I'm like, okay, so how did this happen? Where did this other break come from?
Yeah.
So this is the break from inside the truck. Can you see it?
Oh yeah. Yep. I see that.
Okay, so that brake right there was pushing outward, like something had hit it from inside the truck in the
Mm-hmm.
driver's seat. So now I'm like, this really, really, really does not make sense. Okay.
Right.
So if that tree branch was to say that tree branch bounced off my window and somehow
Mm-hmm.
landed inside the window, the glass would be broken inside. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of talking fast.
Yeah. That's
It'll,
true. Yeah. Yeah.
it'll go
Mm-hmm.
inside. So I'm like, this glass is pointing outside of my truck. So how did this happen? Now I knew my
Yeah.
dad died. I knew my dad died in a car accident. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's really about all I knew. Didn't want to know more.
Right.
At this point, after my experience just the night before, I was like, I have to talk to my uncle, my dad's brother.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know. I need to know how my dad died.
Right.
I want to know. So I called him and I explained to him what was happening and what just happened. And I said, Uncle Todd, I said, I need you to tell me how my dad died. And he's like, in a car accident, Kristen. You know this? And I'm like, no, I need to know. I need to know the details. I need to know how he died. He said, are you sure you want to know? And I said, just tell me, please.
Mm-hmm.
A tree, he hit a tree
Oh
and
my
flew out of the
God.
front windshield.
Wow. I got the goosebumps.
Yeah.
Wow.
So at that point, I never questioned him being around again
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because my dad was the type, if you're not going to listen, I'm going to make you fucking listen.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
Yeah.
not going to hear me, I'm going to make you hear me.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not going to see me,
Wow.
I'm going to make you see me.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So he made that I think he had a hand in that, you think?
I
Or
think that was him telling
something
me, hey, I'm here.
here,
Shut
yeah.
the fuck up.
Wow, that is just incredible. What an
Yeah.
incredible
Because
story.
there's no other explanation. If
Mhm.
it had just been the tree branch, okay, I can chalk it off to maybe the branch flew over to my
Mhm.
truck. Highly
Mhm.
doubtful, but
Mhm.
I can't explain the glass being hit from the inside that looks like
Mhm.
the head would have hit,
Right.
you know, and
Yeah.
I can't explain that.
Right. Yeah.
And
That's just crazy. What a crazy.
nothing,
That's such a crazy story. Wow.
yeah. So
That is just incredible. I remember you telling me all this when this happened. Now getting back to the house, the Seminole house. What other experiences? Now a lot of people talked about how there was a woman whispering in their ear. I know that there was other things that happened when you were there. What else can you tell us about what happened? What you witnessed at my Seminole house, the house where we know that
oh
house was
goodness,
haunted.
okay. Goodness.
I know there's a lot, but if you want to tell some of the good stories
First of
there.
all, my bedroom was at the end of the hallway on the
Hmm.
right hand side.
Yeah.
Your bedroom was on the left hand side.
Right.
And Kylie's was on the right-hand side next to mine and Gary's, and then mine, whichever.
Yeah.
Well, like it was like I felt like my room was like a porthole for shit.
A portal, yeah.
Now, there was a time when I wish Heather was here for this one.
I know. I was hoping she would be able to join us here.
We were young, and we were with some friends. And we were trying to do a seance, not really what the fuck we were doing, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we're teenagers, we're 16, 17, 18, however old we were. And, each one of us was asking for somebody that we knew to come through and da 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 da. And nothing really happened. Not that I can remember, not that night. But this was when Kylie was in her room talking to the little boy.
Yes.
So a few days later, that's when this happened. And I was at a friend's house when this happened. You had called me and was like freaking out and was like, Kylie just said she saw somebody outside her window.
Yep.
And then I don't know if it was the same day you said or if it was a different day, but you had said that you had heard her talking to somebody in her room.
Yes.
And you had went in there and she was talking, and I guess you had asked her, who are you talking to? And it's been a long time, so forgive me if I don't get it right.
Okay.
But you had said, like, she had said that she was talking to a little boy, and that he was going to go see his mom, and that he wanted to know, or he wanted her to come with her, or come with him. And I think she responded like, no, I don't want to go, or something. And one of our friends that had did the seance with us had brought over an obituary. And I believe it was sitting on your kitchen table.
Yep.
And Kylie was standing up on the chair. On the table, and she said that was the boy I was talking to. And I believe it ended up being one of our friends that passed away.
It was one of the guys that he was trying to bring through that night when you guys did the seance.
Right.
Because Jim said that was the same. I think it was Jim. He said that it was the same guy. Yeah.
Yes.
And Kylie don't remember that. I've talked to her.
No, she was like 3 years old. She was
little. She don't remember it, but she says, "Wow, really? You and my mom both have told me that story, but I just don't really remember it." And I said, "Yeah. You were talking to this guy in your room, and when you saw his pictures, you said, yes, that's the guy I was talking to."
Right.
And it was the guy that Jim was trying to bring through when you guys did the seance. So he was probably trapped in our house and made friends with Kylie.
And I think somebody had told us like that we needed to go back and do it again and like close it out. I think we ended up doing it.
I think so. Yeah.
It never really stopped anything from happening in that house.
It didn't. Yeah. There was still so much.
I personally, I very rare would I come out of my room at night. I did not like being out alone. Like even just go to the bathroom. Like the short distance, I would run from my room to the bathroom.
I remember. And Jeff was terrified too. Jeff was a grown man. He ended up dying in that house of a heart attack.
Yeah.
But Jeff, when we went to Maryland, I think we were at a ski resort or something one year, and he kept calling me and Mike saying, "When are you guys coming home? I just keep hearing shit, and I'm kind of spooked." He goes, "I don't know what. I don't usually get like this." He goes, "But I'm starting to get freaked out in this house. I keep hearing stuff like somebody's walking around, and cabinets are shutting, and there's nobody else here but me.
Yeah.
And so he said that a lot. But it's just so weird to me though how I never really had too many experiences like everyone else did there, and I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. It was
Yeah.
everyone else. It was
Yeah.
like it didn't mess with me too much. So I don't know. I mean, I would little things out of the corner of my eye. I would think I saw something, or I think I'd hear something, and stuff like that. But not like what you and Heather and Gary and several other people, the house guests that were there, would witness and hear things and see things all the time. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, one night, I don't even remember when it was. I don't know if we done anything, but I was sleeping and I had one of those door mirrors that you put on your back of your, like those flat, long, horizontal mirrors that you put
Mm-hmm.
on the back of your door. I had it sitting up on my dresser. And it had been sitting there for God knows how long,
Yeah, yeah.
And I was sleeping one night and the fucking mirror flew across my room and shattered.
I remember that. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like just flew across my room. Like,
yeah.
how the fuck does that happen?
I know. There were so many things that
Like,
happened there to
I
all of
mean,
y'all.
one time, never told this story.
Oh, uh-oh. Okay.
Ever. So I was sitting at the dining room table and this was when I left Danny the first time and came back home.
Okay.
And it was right before I went back to him.
Okay.
But I was sitting there and I was like, I need a sign. If I'm supposed to stay, somebody give me a sign. And I want to say that Dr. Mike had just left
Okay.
the house. I think he came over to smoke with me or something.
Yeah.
But I remember he had just left and I was sitting there and I was like, give me a sign if I need to stay. And I heard a baby cry.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck? I'm like, okay. And I chalked it off to being Kylie's toy,
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, that was weird. Whatever. So I go back to Danny.
Mm-hmm.
I find out I'm 6 weeks pregnant.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You're right. Yep. And then you had 2 more kids with him too. So she's got 3.
No, this was Brandon's baby.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, that's right. Yeah. So you definitely have some kind of gift. You have something that's been following you around for years, I believe, and that's just what in the hell? I keep feeling like something's touching me now. There's nothing there. That's weird. Um, Physics plays a part in communication. Yeah, I think so too, Tez. Definitely. Kristen
What's
is
that?
right here.
I don't see the chat. I don't know.
Oh, you don't see it? Oh, okay. You're on a computer?
Yeah.
Up in the top right, you'll see comments. Hit that button comments, and that way you can see all the comments.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I should have told you that in the beginning, huh? Oh, God. Hi there, Karen Vickers. Glad to see you here. Yeah, Tez says, I think quantum physics plays a part in communicating with the paranormal.
Okay, so what is quantum physics?
Yeah, explain that a little bit more. I've heard of it, but I don't really know either. I wouldn't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I have to look into that.
Yeah.
I mean, even after I left the house, I mean, things still continued
Mm-hmm.
to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, one time I'm sitting there, I'm cooking dinner, and Danny's niece Chelsea was cooking dinner with me, and we're sitting there standing in front of the kitchen or the stove, and I had a microwave above the stove.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting there cooking, and the fucking microwave just pops open, and about pops
Wow.
around
Wow.
out of the blue. Another time at the same house, we were downstairs, and the boys were sleeping, and Danny heard this. We heard a baby cry, like not cry, but laugh, like giggle, like
Mm-hmm.
like like a girl was having it, like playing a game or just laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's he heard that one. That one was kind of crazy. Um, my uncle saw my ex-husband's mom outside my living room at one of my houses.
Mm-hmm.
That scared the crap out of him. But as soon as he described her, and I was like, let me show you a picture of this. And I hand him the picture, and he's like, oh my God, get that away from me. Oh my God. I don't know what to
Wow.
tell you. Like,
Wow.
things just follow me,
Yeah, things just follow you. Yeah. She said
Um,
it has to do with manifesting with your mind,
oh, I
etc.
always try to manifest
Mm-hmm.
everything.
I do too.
I
I
mean,
do
I
too.
just, and a lot of things, um, have, has happened. I mean, with one of the very first
Mm-hmm.
psychics that I have ever seen or that I ever talked to. I still talk to her. Unfortunately, she's sick with cancer, but
Mm-hmm.
I was married to Danny,
Mm-hmm.
and I had gotten on like an online chat, kind of like this. Um, and or it was a phone call. And so I called in, and she did a reading. And then she was like, she's like, I feel like, that you're like running, you're just running as fast as you can, but no matter how fast you go, like you can't get away. She's like, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you're trying to get away from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And I didn't give her any of my information, because I'm like,
Right.
I'm not telling you who I am. I
Right.
used my Bella name, and I
Mm-hmm.
said I was from Illinois. I didn't say that I
Mm-hmm.
lived in Florida, and she didn't know my real name.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, that's interesting. And she's like, she says, your time is, you're gonna be free. She's like, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be free soon. She's like, I see you changing career paths. She's like, I also see a guy coming into your future. She goes, I don't know when. She's like, I'm seeing him with a little boy. And I was like, okay. She's like, now I don't know. She's like, you may have some more kids one day. She's like, I don't know if this is going to be a boyfriend, a husband, who it's going to be. All I see is a guy with a little boy coming
Mm-hmm.
through. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, all right, interesting. So, Hunter, about 6 months later, I got my escape from my ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wow, okay, check mark.
Yeah.
Um,
We were all happy about that, all of us.
yeah. I ended up going to childcare and became a daycare teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I taught daycare to 1-year-olds for about 7 years. Um, check mark.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I reconnected with a guy from my past.
Mm-hmm.
And he had been in a relationship for the prior 9 years at the time.
Yeah, and I had met him a long time ago too.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you had met his girlfriend.
Yes. Yes. And now, what? Ironically, she's dating the guy next door to me's.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the guy next door to me, which is really
Um,
weird.
so I reconnected with him, and I was just like, "Hey, you want to play poker? Is there anybody playing poker nowadays? How are you and Lisa doing?" And he's like, "Oh, we broke up 2 weeks ago." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm so
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I had no idea." But the thing is that for the last 9 years, he was raising her son.
That's true. Yeah.
Check mark.
Yep.
And now I'm married to him.
Yep. They had a
So,
beautiful wedding. I filmed it for them.
yeah.
Yeah, I still have it on my channel. It's on unlisted because I put it on there so I could send you the links, and all that. And I still have it saved. It's saved to my external hard drive.
Yeah.
So
I still gotta get a CD because, man, the solar eclipse stuff is scaring me. Can't even go there.
I know. I have it on. It's on this right here. I have an external hard drive right here.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's on this thing right here.
Awesome.
So it's nothing's gonna happen to it. It's there. That's where I keep a lot of my stuff that I don't want to ever lose. So
Yeah.
if you ever do come over here, or if I come over, all I got to do is plug this into your computer and download it to your computer
Awesome.
or to whatever you want.
Thank you, Wee Writer. I just saw your congrats.
Yeah. Yeah, she got her a good man. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him. And it's funny because we were friends a long time ago.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
never, and nothing ever was like that between us. We were just
Right.
friends. I mean, I gotta admit, I had a little crush on him because I was already mentally checked out with my husband.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Nothing happened, but I was like, damn, he's cute.
I remember you telling me that a long time ago. And I remember you saying,
But I
think
always
he's so
thought
hot.
he's not like, he's never gonna want me. Like, he would never, like, I am not in his class. I'm not, he's
Mhm.
he would never even look at me twice,
Yeah.
And then when he did, I was like, holy shit, yay.
And then they were over here before they got married. They were over here visiting, and his truck was parked out front, and they were inside. We were all sitting out back, remember? And he got a message, I think, a text or something from his ex saying, "Are you stalking me?
Why is your truck next door?"
Yeah, parked next door out in front, by the road out there. Why is your truck parked out there by my boyfriend's house? And he's like, "What are you talking about? I'm at my new girlfriend's."
He's like Bella's daughter. I'm at Bella's daughter's house.
Yeah. So it turns out she's now dating the guy next door to me here. What a small world.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. I still can't even believe that. It's just so crazy.
You have a soft pink aura, Kristen. You are definitely good. Oh, I thank you.
I'm eating these Swedish fish. I love these things. My God.
Oh, I do too, but my teeth don't like them.
I'm not
about to get
either.
another teeth pulled here probably next week.
How are you? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell me who is. Another thing I wanted to tell you. I don't know if you remember this, but it was right before Kylie's. I think it was her 18th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I was living in Clearwater, and I think I called you, and I was pretty panicked because I was standing at my desk, and I went and I turned around again, felt something behind me. So I turned around, and it was Gary.
Oh, yes, you told me about that. Yeah, tell that story.
It was Gary. I knew it was Gary. I felt that it was Gary.
Mm-hmm.
But his face was melted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't understand. And I still don't understand that. Like, it was like, just like, but I knew his body. Like, I knew it was him. I felt his energy. I knew it was him. But, like, I just couldn't see his face at all. That was real.
That was crazy. I know. What do you guys think? Anybody in the audience that has ever heard of that happening, and do you know how to explain why she would have seen it like that? Does anybody know?
I love these comments. They're so cute.
I know. These are all these people. Most of these people in here are my really good close friends, like Rachel Hoyle, Karen Vickers, David Hale. I've known these people for years. All of them, especially the ones with the blue wrenches. I've known.
Okay, I gotcha. That's what that means. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're moderators.
Oh, okay. That's cool. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
It was right there on the tip of my tongue. Oh, my grandma's. You remember Bill Peters? Obviously, you remember
Yep.
Bill Peters.
Yep.
He got sick with cancer.
Yep.
Like a year before he died. He was already sick. We knew he was sick,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a year
Mm-hmm.
before he died. I was doing laundry in my laundry room, and my laundry room was kind of when when you would step outside of my kitchen, you would be in a mud room,
Uh-huh.
and then off to the right of the mud room was my laundry room.
Okay.
So I was standing there, I was doing laundry, and
Yeah, I remember that, David. I remember that. A lot of people feel connected to Gary because of my channel and watching all the videos.
yeah.
So,
But I saw Bill Peters' body in my mudroom, and it freaked me the hell out because I'm like, how am I seeing this man and he's still alive? And I messaged my psychic, and she said something to the fact that, like, I guess a spirit's body, or a spirit can leave its body like before it dies, I guess.
mm-hmm.
I don't really, I don't know on that aspect of it, but um, that was
Mm-hmm.
I ended up sitting in a corner crying in my kitchen on the phone with a friend because I was so freaked out about that one.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, he was alive at the time, so how was I seeing his spirit? I'm used to seeing dead people or
Mm-hmm.
feeling
Mm-hmm.
them, but not, when they're alive still.
Yeah, exactly. And I've heard of that happening. I've heard of that happening to people. Hold on, I've just got to send back this message to somebody here real quick. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. This is kind of important. Hold
You're
on.
Oh,
I hear the cat.
I can totally feel energies. I'm reading one of your comments. I can totally feel energies. Like um, to the point where uh, a lot of times I have to leave because I can't handle the energy. I can walk in a room and know if
Mm-hmm.
there's anger or
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
you know like I just feel I feel energies. And
Mm-hmm.
then
Yeah.
I feel like say my best friend's sitting here and she's going through a hard time, or back when her mom passed away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I felt her pain,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like I felt like I was going through it with her.
Right.
you know
Yeah.
I I I feel very, very strong about things. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's really it kind of I don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
explain it, but
Yeah.
um
Heather's right there. She's saying, "Hey, everyone."
hi Heather.
Everybody's like, Heather, Heather. That's okay, Heather.
No, I am not a Cancer. I am actually an Aquarius, Pisces. I am on the cusp of Aquarius. I was born on the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
So I am a rarity.
Yeah, I do.
I actually have a lot of Aquarius and Pisces
Mm-hmm.
characteristics, believe it or not. I'm very kind of my argumentative side a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times,
Yeah.
with if me and two Aquarius get together,
Yeah.
back.
I've never gotten along with Aquarius men, but I get along good with Aquarius women.
Yeah.
But not Aquarius men. I can't stand Aquarius men, except for, I believe my friend Christian that's in the chat is an Aquarius. Yep, he said he's Aquarius. He's the only man that I've ever gotten along with that is an Aquarius. I can't stand Aquarius men.
I feel like I'm more of a Pisces. I feel like just because,
Mhm.
you know, I'm more passive and more emotional, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Aquarius is kind of get like a mouthy
Mm-hmm.
rapport.
Yeah, they do. And you know, it's weird because like just like with the Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio. There is a difference between the Scorpio men and the Scorpio women, a little bit of difference. You know,
Yeah.
like my grandson Logan's a Scorpio. There's a huge we got a lot of similarities, but we are different in a lot of ways too. I see the differences, and I used to date a Scorpio years ago, and I see a lot of those same traits with Logan.
Yeah,
So
my ex was a Scorpio, and he was, oh my God, he was sneaky, he was shady, he was
we can be crazy as fuck. We are not one to play with.
no, well, yeah, I know, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's very true.
You've known me for a long time, you know.
Yes, that's very true. But his like this, like he with him, he was like he put on like a show for people, like I'm,
Mhm.
you know, so intelligent, I'm so smart, I'm this and that, you know, but on
Mhm.
the backhand, he's living a double life.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
basically what he was. So yeah, my husband now is a Gemini, so doesn't really. I mean, he's got that two-faced. You know, my daughter
Yeah.
Gemini. You
Yeah.
know, be
Geminis
happy
don't
one
know
minute.
what they want from one minute to the next. They're happy one
Yeah,
minute, they're not happy the next. So yeah, I know. I have some friends that are Geminis.
yeah.
So
But I love
since
them.
we
It's
since
funny
we
watching them two together. It's hilarious.
I bet. Yeah, so since we've been live, I have gotten some news it's pissing me off. So I'm probably going to go live again after this so I can go off on somebody. And it's somebody in the family that's running her freaking cocksucker again. Okay, excuse my French, but you know, she's talking shit. And I never thought I'd have to address this bitch again, but you know what? It's time to address this bitch again. So after this, give me a few minutes. I've got a couple people that are probably going to join me on this, and she's about to get an earful, and so is everybody.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you who. I'll send you the message. I mean, I'll text you real quick because I'm pissed. I'm pissed. From what I
Throw
just
hands.
saw,
Hey,
huh?
hey Heather, do we need to come? You know, back her up? Should we throw hands?
Oh, this I ain't scared of this bitch. She can bring. I wish she'd meet me at my front
I was
door.
saying that just because every
I
time
wish
something
she would
happens
come
with
to
you,
my
there,
door.
it's me and
Oh,
Heather, we're all up
please
in
come to my door. I'll meet you outside. Oh my God.
it.
Anyway, yeah.
Remember that time we all we all went off on Mike's mom?
Oh my God, I know. God, she was such a trifling bitch, wasn't she? I couldn't stand his mom. I did not like Mike's mom, and you know he understood why. Mike was a very understanding guy. He understood why I didn't like
Oh
his mom.
yeah,
He
yeah,
saw
yeah.
it,
He
so
he
he
did.
was okay with And I said, I want you to have a relationship with your mom. That is your mother, but
Yeah,
it's not my mother. I don't have to have a relationship with. I'm with you, not her.
yeah.
So you go have your relationship with her over there, and I will stay over here. And that's
Hmm.
what we did for many, many years. But
Yeah.
remember how she would call in the middle, get drunk and call and cuss us out, and you'd cuss her out. You would tell
He
her
said
out.
something about Kylie one time. I don't
I
know. I went
know.
off on her.
Yeah,
I don't
she
even
was
remember what I said,
nasty.
but
She would get drunk and call us and say all these
yep.
things. And how dare you make my son be a grandpa to this baby? He's not a grandpa. You don't even have any kids. And it's like, oh my God. If your son wants to call himself grandpa to my grandkids, that's it. That's his business, not yours. I
Yeah.
mean, we went back and forth, and it got to the point where Kristen would pick up the phone and just fuck with her head.
I didn't give a shit. When I was younger, I did not care. I
Oh
really
God.
didn't.
Oh.
And then you put me and Heather together, and you know, it was just like adding
Mhm.
fuel to a fire. Like if she was
Yeah.
pissed off at somebody, I was pissed off at somebody, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
or vice versa. Or if you were pissed off
Mhm.
at somebody, we're running up right behind you. Like,
Mhm. I
like
know. Yeah. Yeah, I
I
know.
was doing a Facebook thing on it was like one of those things where ask your husband all these questions and everything. And one of the questions was like, you know, you just got in trouble and you're in jail. Who are you with? And Troy's like, Heather.
Look at it. I know. Right? Exactly.
I
Yep.
was like, you're right. Probably.
Breaking bottles over. Yeah. I do that? I don't remember. Did I do it? I know I've done it before.
Oh
Was
my God.
was
There
it the
was one time Heather and I got in it with somebody. Um, I don't, whose house were we at? Who's Heather? Um, where we, that girl, she said some shit about fucking JT, I think, or you, I don't know, but they were trying to block her. I think it was Jim's girlfriend, Curtis'
Oh,
girlfriend.
yeah. You
Yeah.
guys got into
And
a
one
yeah.
guy, like somebody was like standing like this up against the stairs to where we couldn't get out. I think Heather jumped over them. I went under them, and we still ended up getting her.
I know. Heather, I remember you guys coming home and telling me about that.
We were horrible back then,
Oh, I
man.
know. And then we had that get together. I think this is what Heather was talking about. And they were trying to leave because they were talking shit about me in my own house. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I heard all that. Told them to get out. Remember, who was those people? I don't even know who were they? Weren't they friends of another friend or something? And I told them to leave. And then the guy was running his mouth. And then she was running her mouth. And I went out and I ended up smacking a beer bottle over his head. I think
Oh, we were having a party.
yes. It was
Yes.
somebody's friend. I took a beer bottle and just went whack. Get the
That was
fuck out of here.
that was a Halloween party, I think.
Yes, it was. Oh my God. I had almost forgot about that until Heather said that. Oh, you different time. Okay. All right. Heather's probably got a story. There's so many stories we could tell. We could sit here all damn night telling stories like
We can
this.
talk about fighting. We can talk about
Yay.
paranormal. We can talk
Oh
about
my
fighting
God.
paranormal.
Yeah. God. Oh my God. Yes. And then the guy, when they got up the street, they got a DUI. Remember, they left. They were just friends of a friend. I think they were friends of that girl Sherry's or something. I don't remember exactly. It's been so
Oh yeah,
long.
that one girl, Sherry. Wow, I haven't
Yeah,
heard her name in fucking ages.
she. I don't know whatever happened to her. She disappeared like a fart in the wind when I kind of approached her and confronted her that she had a crush on Mike, my boyfriend. I knew she did. I could see it, and
I
he
think
kind
we
of.
had talked about that a few times.
Yeah, he even told when I told him, he said, "Yeah, I'm kind of getting the impression that she kind of has a thing for me." And I said, "Well, I'm about to call her out on it." So I did, and she never came back around. Oh God. Um, oh boy, I don't even know if I want to read this yet. Yeah, there's more shit. I'm gonna have to let you go, but we'll do
Okay.
this again if you ever want to. But I will be going live in the next half hour or so to address this bitch in the family that just wants to continue to run her mouth. I've had it. I've had it. She's got something to say about me to people behind my. I've got a copy of what you said, and I'm about to say some shit too. I have been keeping my mouth shut long enough. All right. Well, I'll let you go.
I didn't get anything. You sent me something, but I didn't get
Oh,
anything.
all right. Well, I'll send it to you.
All right.
All right.
All
Love you,
right. Bye,
girl.
everybody.
Yep. It was great having you. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining me,
you.
and look forward to another live here shortly.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Go follow her on
Bye,
Facebook.
everybody. Follow me on
Bye-bye.
Facebook, Bella Vida Creations.
Bye
Bye.
bye.